I'll say that Robert Mugabe is responsible for the starvation of millions of the black people in Southern Africa. He says that this regime of Robert Mugabe is characterized by intimidation and violence.
Come on, black man.
I mean, you know, it's a strange thing to hear. The most intimidating and violent creature on the planet accusing somebody else of being intimidating and violent. Who is the intimidator on planet Earth? Who is the most violent man on planet Earth? Whose history is written in the blood of the members of the human family? Is it Robert Mugabe?
No, sir.
When did Robert Mugabe invade somebody else's country?
Come on, listen.
When did Robert Mugabe enslave other nations? When did Robert Mugabe order the castration of hundreds and thousands of men? When did Robert Mugabe sit over a regime that destroyed a whole people as a human reality? When did Robert Mugabe lynch or hang one white man?
Listen, think about
I look at some of your faces, some of you white people, some of you Caucasians. You are in absolute denial.
Come on.
You live in a world, you live in a fantasy world. You really think that you can convince the wide awake black people today that you are good people after what you have done and continue to do?
No repentance.
It is reported, those of you getting a little bit hot, don't forget what I said. There's some cooling entertainment to my left. Go about your business. You can't handle truth. The Holy Quran says when truth comes, falsehood vanishes. And falsehood is forever a vanishing thing. So you keep moving. Go and get your entertainment. Go and get that which is going to give you your usual ego massage. And make you feel good about your little white Caucasian self. But if you hang around here, I'm going to tell you the truth for the first time in your damn life. That's what you're here in Hyde Park to hear today. The truth for the very first time in your life. You're going to hear the truth.
Teach it, Muhammad.
From a black man.
That's right.
Because you never expected to hear it from black people.
Teach.
You thought that you were, you've been our teachers. And we're dancers and singers.
Runners.
We're runners and boxers. And you've put black people in a particular category. You never want to hear nothing of wisdom from a black man. But you're going to hear it today. And by the way, before I go any further, Robert Mugabe, I love him. That's my brother.
That's right.
I love him.
Teach.
And I ain't talking no rhetoric. That's my brother. He's a black man standing up for the legitimate aspirations and rights of his people. And you don't like it, white people.
Go ahead.
Because you got a birth control death plan.
That's right.
And this new baby called Zimbabwe,
Go ahead.
you want to abort it. You want to kill it. You want to stop it before it can grow.
That's right.
And become what you are envious of. A black state, a black nation, self-determined, and a black nation that governs itself. You don't like that. And so we read in the news that this is now, according to this statement that Mr. Jack Straw made this morning, or made in the press, they say now this is the closest that Britain has come now to demanding a regime change. You've heard that language before. George Bush has demanded a regime change in Iraq.
That's right.
Because you, the European white powers, you see yourself now as the world's policeman. And you have a right to determine who rules in another man's country.
That's right.
You can enter the sovereign state
Come on, brother.
of another country because you disagree with the leadership and demand a regime change?
Think about
You know what that means? You know what that is? That is called supreme arrogance. You know what that's called? That's called white supremacy. You think that you are supreme on the planet. I am here to declare to you today that there is only one supreme. His name is Almighty God Allah. And you're going to meet him very soon. Because he is governing today.
That's right.
And all of your plans will come to naught.
Teach, Muhammad.
Good teaching, black man. Go ahead.
To the black people who are here, don't get scared.
That's right. That's right.
Some of our black people, they hear us talk like this, they get very nervous.
Right, brother.
They start to tremble
Go ahead, man.
Plantation. Go
because
ahead.
they're afraid of white people.
Come on, teach, brother.
They think that you're so powerful.